Hello and welcome to Today in Film Episode 4. I'm your host, Dominic Parry, and with me today is...
Greg Toby.
Now, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Bill Murray film Lost in Translation. And usually, we would discuss the news, but there hasn't been much news this week, so we're going to get straight into it. So, Greg.
Yes.
This film... written and directed by Sofia Coppola. So, is it No. Is it daughter of Frank?
Yes. Yeah. She's the daughter of Francis Ford Coppola and cousin of Nicolas Cage.
So, this film, the name carries some weight to it. And similarly, this film carries a bit of kind of hype around it, really.
Yeah, it's a film that has incredibly high praise, but if I'm right in thinking, both of us were
I had to say earlier, I can't say I'd recommend this film. Because if you want to go and see a film, like even just some like simple comedy or something, which this is supposed to be apparently, which I didn't get, but like in some comedy you will have a more like solid story than this seemed to have.
Yeah, totally. I mean, if you're going into this thinking that it's gonna be funny, it's not. But if you're looking for something, I don't know, much more slower paced and a film that is much more of a hangout, then, definitely,
It's one of the biggest problems out of the film. Start off being negative slightly, but we'll get to what we think about later, the good stuff. But there's a lot of scenes in this film where it's like the characters, the big pull to this, the big thing about it is, I think even the description of the film, it says like the failing actor and the kind of wife who gets left by the boyfriend, like husband, whatever, they like make a friendship, but that doesn't happen till like 40 minutes in.
No, that's the thing. It takes quite a while to get into the actual plot of it, and even then, it feels rather pointless.
But in the start bit, the first 40-ish minutes or so, and then the last hour, or whatever it is, there's a lot of these scenes where it's like they go and just do some random stuff. Like she walks and she looks at like an arcade, and then they're at like a party, but nothing happens. And it's like, looking at this, I'm like, I want to go and do those things. I don't want to watch them on a film.
That's the thing. Like, it's really showing you just what these people are doing. They're not really going anywhere.
No, if you want to watch an hour and 45 minute or whatever it is, a tour Japan thingy, like whatever they're called, tourist video, then watch this film, because they literally go around Japan, Tokyo, whatever it is. I honestly can't remember. And they just do stuff. It's literally, I can't say anything that, I can't tell you anything about the plot of this film that redeems it. The guy has a daughter and a wife, but the daughter runs away when she's on the phone or something, and I don't know.
Yeah, he's like he's running away from his own life and stumbled into one that he would like to stay in, but unfortunately can't.
It's just a weird thing. Like they have the they're both in relationships. They set up that she's her husband, which is a bit weird because they're like quite young. So, they're not exactly in the like most kind of high, they're not exactly in this high salary line of work, are they?
No,
So to see them married,
he's a. Am I right in thinking he's a music video director? Yeah, it's unlike.
He's a cameraman, so or photographer or something like that. But he says, I know he does say about like a band or something, and it's a bit like, how are these two? Because they don't really. There's no chemistry between them at all. Like, if you just put them as two different characters, I would have no reason to believe they were married or in any relationship, unless you try and force it in down my throat like they did.
No, totally, yeah.
And they kind of force it. His ex who comes in. Is it his ex? I don't know, the blonde girl who, like, is famous or something.
Well, yeah, like, it's clear that something's going on between them.
But the thing is, those two clearly have much more chemistry. Like, just in that little scene, like the first meet scene, it's clear, it's like, I can't say that I'm sat here thinking, oh no, she's going to get cheated on. I'm sat here thinking, why is he still with this person he has no chemistry with when his ex is like clearly really good for him?
Yeah. I think one thing I would say is if Scarlett Johansson's character wasn't already in a relationship, it would have made a lot more sense. Because, she'd be, she's been struggling to find love, and then Bill Murray turns up, and, the story kicks into play.
I still have absolutely no understanding of their relationship. They meet once and suddenly become best friends.
Yeah, it feels like something's missing there. Did it feel to you that there were scenes missing?
The thing is, it felt like very stitched together. But if I'm honest, the start of the film should have been like when they met, pretty much. Like, we are doing screenwriting. Yes. And one of the big things is, like, what is it? Come in late, leave early, or whatever it is. Phrasing, but yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Like
basically,
parties.
Yeah. But that film, it comes in too early and leaves very quickly, but it feels weird. Because, like, he doesn't tell her that he's leaving, but he has no reason not to tell her, so it's strange.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a very odd film.
I feel like Harry, who isn't here today, I feel like because of what he was trying to say, like maybe he likes this film. Obviously, I'm assuming here, but the way he kind of said stuff like to us privately, like, yeah, kind of, because he was saying like it's an interesting film and stuff. And I'm not sure whether that means like it was just interesting because of the fact that it is so plotless and stuff, or if it's like he really likes this film. So if you do, Harry, I really apologise that we're bashing this film. But
if you're listening, sorry.
Yeah, but obviously we're going to be honest about this film because there's going to be films that we think are shit, and there's going to be films we think are great.
Yeah,
and
but, film is subjective.
So, we're like, there are going to be films where none of us agree on it. And this one just happens that the two who are on the call agree with it. But I think it's a very kind of, I don't know. When I go to the cinema, until I went to uni, I usually only went for like the superhero movies because that's what I'm into. I'm into comics and stuff. But now that I'm at uni, I've found myself going to the cinema more often, like I went to see 1917 and The Gentleman and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, before, if you looked at my cinema going, you could say like, oh yeah, you're just going to see like the super movies because that's just what you're into, and that's the kind of films you like. But then, you put a film. If I went to the cinema to see this film, I would be just, I don't know, I'd be feel ripped off because.
Yeah, I think with this one, it has a danger of becoming very much misrepresented. Because there is no real way of representing it easily.
It's a weird example here, right? In Deadpool, which I assume you've seen.
Oh yeah, cool.
There's the scene where they're doing like the like fairground game or whatever it is. I can't remember, Screwball or something like that. But they're doing that, and it's like a scene. It has a meaning to it, and that's the only scene to do with that. In this film, she goes to an arcade and watches people playing on games for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably an exaggeration, but that's how long it felt. It just felt like there's nothing happening. I'm not learning about the character. She goes to a temple. She calls her mum. I didn't get any of that. Like, call me an idiot if you are some intellectual who understands this film, but obviously, me and you're only in second year now, or first year now, of screenwriting. But, one of the big things is being pushed, like, write a story. Like, it has a story to it. And this one doesn't really have a story to it, kind of outside these people meet and become more than friends.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of actual story, I think there's probably only about 20 minutes that amount to any sort of plot.
That was it. When I was watching it earlier, I was thinking of a great point to say. So, have you watched Inside Number 9? Or not? Have you watched Inside Number 9? Or?
Not a lot. No, I've seen a couple of episodes here and there.
So there's one, and it's like, I think it's called like Empty Orchestra or something like that. But it's this like work party at a karaoke bit. And they're inside, singing karaoke and stuff. So it's 30 minutes. There are scenes in there where people are just singing karaoke for the entire scene. And one character's having like a breakdown in the background or something. Like there's some like emotional stuff that happens. Like you feel bad for some of the characters. But it has scenes where nothing much happens really. It's just them singing or something. This film feels like if you had that half an hour and you had 25 minutes of just the singing and 5 minutes of the plot. So you sit that you think you've sat there for like that long and you're just like, kind of thinking like, what's going to happen now? Like, why am I still watching this? And I don't mean to be harsh, but like, that's how it felt. Like, if you can fit more story into a half an hour thing with those little kind of non-story bits in there as well, then maybe you're doing something wrong.
No, totally, yeah.
But I don't know, I'm going to pass over to you. What are your positive thoughts on this film?
Positive. Well, it's a good question. I like Bill Murray. I mean, as always, he's always brilliant in everything he does. As was Scarlett Johansson. The two leads, I'd say they're pretty interesting enough, to make me keep watching. The visual style was incredibly interesting. There's a lot going on with the neon lights, the rain, the umbrellas. I mean, it perfectly captured the essence of Tokyo. Trying to think what else. I mean, I think that's mainly it.
See that
to be honest.
see right there, that was, I think, about 30 seconds. That's not good. That's not good. You know, if it takes you 30 seconds to list off the good things and you're going and oh, I don't know, then then something's gone wrong here. But maybe it's just us. Maybe we can't see it, but
Mm.
I think that's the important part. Film is subjective. You know, I think we've already learned that from stuff. You know, some people's you look at some people's stuff and you'll think it's absolute rubbish, and then someone else will look at it and think it's great, and that's just how it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, this film, it's incredibly, lauded for being one of those iconic dramas of the 21st century.
But I can't understand it, because there was one of the reviews on Google when I was looking at it earlier. It said this is I think it was in my top. It's this is in my top 10 for the 2010 the 00s or whatever it is. 2000 to 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite films. This is one of my top 10 films. And I thought, well, how? Just how is that because, and obviously that's just an opinion, but it just really did kind of feel like something was missing. And I think the thing that was missing was a plot, sadly. As in a structured plot. So
no, absolutely, yeah. I mean, what were your positives?
As I'm trying to think of positives, I'm just thinking through the film, timeline wise, and thinking of all this. I'm just picking up the negative bits. And because I don't know. I don't know if I liked anything. I don't really know if I liked much in this film.
No.
It's very bland. And the biggest note, the second I started watching this film, I was thinking, I already had a thing in my head. It opens on a shot of Scarlett Johansson's ass.
It does indeed, yes.
For, I don't know, a minute. And it's not one of those opening shots where she gets out of bed and we start the movie. It's you start on that and then it fades away to Bill Murray. It's what was the point of that? Why didn't you just have it like most normal films would? Bill Murray in the car, driving along, the credit things coming up, and then he arrives at the hotel and that's it. But instead you chose to have an arse.
Because what better way to introduce a character, am I right?
I mean, this film was... that I've worked it out. She stuck that in after to describe the film.
Oh, yeah. Is it the key to the entire thing?
Yeah. She's like, if you watch this film, you'll feel like one of these. You'll feel like an arse.
Ah, yeah, you see.
But...
It all makes sense.
See, this is a really difficult discussion to have because there's not much to discuss when we both agree.
No.
Because I don't want to just sit here roasting this movie for however long.
Exactly.
So, I think to kind of keep this episode on track and maybe switch the focus because the fact that we don't have enough to really discuss. I think maybe just having a discussion about the kind of subjectiveness of kind of films and stuff.
Yeah.
like, are there any films that you do not like
That everyone.
that everyone else likes?
I'm trying to think here.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it too. That's why I passed it to you.
One of the biggest ones I'd say is Gravity. Yeah, Gravity is definitely my biggest. I just don't see the appeal in it. It's Sandra Bullock, and she's lost in space.
See, I like
Again,
that movie.
One that doesn't feel like it has a plot.
I liked that movie when I watched it, but I think I watched it in the car, like on a journey.
Okay.
So I can't really say that I like really enjoyed it. But
yeah, you see, like the only time I've ever seen it was on a coach trip.
Oh yeah, it's one of those films, isn't it? Like, you put this film on when you're like, it's. I don't know what to say about Gravity.
It's a time passer.
It is, but like it is also one of those where it's like, why am I watching this? Because it is just her the whole film pretty much. Because everyone dies at the start. Spoiler alert there. After I already said the spoiler.
George Clooney.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, you'd say it, but not that it makes much difference. But
no.
I'm looking for a list here of films that critics hated but fans loved. And I can't say I've watched any of them. So that's not very good, is it? Like, I don't know, maybe that's the reason I haven't watched them, because critics said they're bad. And usually if the critics say they're bad, I probably haven't watched it. Unless I watch it and then look at the critics and stuff. But I don't know, like, it's one of those things where I know I've watched films that people like absolutely love. Like you hear all this like hype about them. I know I've watched those films and like pretty much not despise them, but just couldn't like stand them. Like they just were not for me. They were just boring, or just I couldn't see what was so great about them. So that's the funny thing, isn't it? You can't remember the films you don't like because you don't like them. But you can remember the ones you like.
The ones you do.
So I think a film that everyone... Oh, actually, that's a great idea. A film that's very different to this, but also very kind of like the story takes a back seat to what's like happening.
Yeah.
Is kind of Saturday Night Fever. If you've seen that.
Yeah.
Because it's about the dancing competition.
Yes, I have.
But none of the big stuff that happens is to do with the dancing competition. Like, there's dance numbers, yeah, but the big stuff happens outside of that. It's really about the characters. It's a character study. Yeah. If this had been a character study with some more laughs,
a lot better.
Yeah. I think the fact even describing this as a comedy, it's an offense to comedy, really, because like I couldn't tell it was funny. Like if you told me to point out the bits in this film that were funny,
you sort of watch it and you go, "Am I supposed to laugh here?"
Yeah, that's the thing. I wouldn't be able to point out where it was meant to be funny, apart from the little bits where I sniggered, or like maybe felt a bit like, "Oh, that's funny." But to see, I think that actually, that might be a thing of critics. Maybe critics like to use the phrase like "laugh out loud" moments a bit too much.
Yeah, it's like how with comedy films, for example, they'll put all of the biggest, funniest jokes in the trailer.
Oh my god, that's like
just to make it look funnier than it is.
That's 90% of comedy movies. because comedy movies, it's rare that you get good comedy if it hasn't got a solid storyline.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say. Like, apart from like if you go full on spoof, like I personally love like Airplane and like the Naked Gun trilogy, and just anything Leslie Nielsen. But
oh, they're great. Yeah.
yeah, but just those films are full on spoof. They aren't. It's a comedy. We're making fun of the mainstream films. So
yeah,
those films are like, you know, Airplane, probably a bit less so than the like Naked Gun trilogy and stuff. Airplane has a bit more story to it, and obviously it makes the jokes out of it. But if you tried to make this a spoof of like these kind of movies, obviously it would properly not fit the format, but it'd be funnier, probably.
No, totally not. Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. It's a weird one, isn't it? Oh, I'm stumped for what to do.
No. Just Bill Murray, why are you doing this to us?
See, that's the other thing, actually, about this film. Bill Murray, I can't say I've watched a huge amount of his films, but I watched Groundhog Day a while back, and
okay,
I think he has a kind of style to it. Like, he has the Bill Murray style to the character. And it's...
Well, he's essentially playing himself.
Yeah, and that was a bit kind of... If you'd done this film and he was playing Bill Murray, and that was part of the joke, I might have been able to get behind it a little bit more.
Yeah, but maybe not to the extent of Zombieland, where it's like...
Yeah, obviously.
Bill Murray, but he's constantly talking about films in his career.
No, but if you'd had it where it's like, he is Bill Murray, but he's basically lost his career. You could even do it where, she still doesn't really know who he is. But it's one of those weird ones where it's like, you feel like you should know more about this guy than you do. Like, was he really a big actor?
Well, we get to see a clip from one of his films when he's flicking through the TV.
Well, we see, they've two of those or something like that. So, there is proof of it, but then it's also a bit like, what does that add to the story? If you get what I mean, that is.
Yeah, it's sort of brushed aside.
So, I think this discussion has probably not gone as well as I'd hoped.
No, but I don't think there's a whole lot to talk about.
No, that's the funny thing. It's not that we haven't discussed the film. It's the fact that it took us like 20 minutes to discuss the film. So, like Django, a film that's an hour and a half, whatever it is, that has like, I was making jokes about it having like no story to it. But that had
more story.
Yeah, that had more story than this, because he comes into town and goes and like shoots people. But, he's doing something at least. These people don't really do anything. They like, it feels like we're getting like the end of their day. And maybe their day might be more interesting than the end of it.
Yeah.
But that's not how it should be. So we're at half an hour now. So I'm going to let you decide. Do you want to finish this episode here, or do you want to kind of discuss something a little more kind of broad?
I'm not sure.
Actually, yeah. Actually, just sort of thing. Have you watched any other films this week? Yeah. This week.
Well,
yeah.
I've started watching the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, as I realised that I thought I'd seen them, but it turns out I haven't.
All of them, or like the first ones?
Or
the trilogy, or whatever came
I
after.
haven't seen any of them.
Well then, I do not remember those films much. But Pirates of the Caribbean, that's
enjoying them, you know.
Yeah, that's certainly a thing. I think I've noticed I haven't watched as many movies recently.
Oh yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with them.
So that's the thing, like those kind of films.
You think you would with all this time?
Yeah, you think. Thing is, like, I started watching Archer, rewatching Archer the other day. I'm on season 2 of that already. Because, and that's the thing. In the first episode of Archer, I laughed more than I did in this entire film. So, you know, obviously that's comedy versus comedy, but, you know, still 20 minutes versus an hour and 45 minutes. It's like, surely you could have fitted in like 10 minutes of jokes.
Pilot episodes usually aren't funny.
No, it's like they got it, like they hit their nail on the head with the first episode. Now,
yeah,
I need to watch more. I need to watch more films this during this lockdown.
You know what?
You know, just saying.
Yeah, it's so much easier to sit down and binge a few episodes of something compared to just you know, sitting down and sticking on a film. There's much more commitment to it.
It's like yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday, I think. I watched the first 3 episodes of What We Do in the Shadows season 2 on iPlayer. First 3 episodes. So 20 minutes each, or thereabouts.
Yeah.
So an hour. And it's just really good, really good, funny story, whatever. And I don't know, I haven't had the I have a watch list of films that I need to watch, but like this podcast, it seems like even today I watched that film at like 3:30 today. I started watching it. You know, like I wasn't in any rush this week to watch it.
No. Whereas the other films, you know, I almost couldn't wait to watch them.
The Prestige, I couldn't wait to watch that. I watched that. Nice, just lying in bed, watched it. Django, I watched that, and then I watched it again. You know, High Rise, I watched that twice. But this one, I just couldn't be bothered. Like, and honestly, if I had to watch this film again, I think I would probably just give up like 5 minutes in, because I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's one that you need to watch and then give it quite a lot of time and then watch it again. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know.
I don't know what she was going for with this film.
Really, it's easy to think about, easy to talk about.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, I don't really know what to say about this film. I'm sure. What's the film called again? Lost in Translation.
Yeah.
Lost in Trans.
Gosh, you've got it already.
Yeah. Reviews, not reviewer. Yeah. Empire. You know, the one that we use for the news and stuff. Switching for fuck's sake. Switching effortlessly between laugh out loud comedy and tender romance, Lost in Translation is a triumph for all involved, both in front of and behind the camera.
What romance?
Precisely. They kiss with like 10 minutes to go, and I was like, where the fuck did that come from? Because I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed more like a very, very close friendship, as if they knew each other for a long time.
Yeah.
And yet, they only really know each other during that week.
I think that's the biggest problem with this. It's too... They get too familiar too quickly.
Yeah.
Wait, there's the audience reviews on Rotten Tomatoes as well, aren't there?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, those are okay. Those are high reviews because they're like the favourite ones. Oh, 5 days ago, a 1-star review. You know.
Wow.
Holy shit. They have literally, this guy's review is just what we've said. This is easily the most uneventful film I've ever seen. Right? Literally nothing happens. It's watching a man and a woman drink and smoke for an hour and 40 minutes. They sit at bars, they do some karaoke, they lay in bed, they go swimming, they go for walks, and they go in cabs.
Oh,
that's literally the film, isn't it?
Yeah. Dom, are you sure you didn't write that?
No, I did not. Samuel L. Jackson.
No, you'd know if it was Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, you would. But yeah, I just don't get how all these people review it so highly.
Something I'm just looking at IMDb right now. So Bill Murray did Garfield the year before this. I mean, that's a complete polar opposite. I'd say Garfield is better.
I would say, I can't remember. I watched Garfield probably years ago. Probably haven't watched the whole thing, but I would say that without seeing Garfield, it's probably better than this.
Yeah, and Garfield isn't a great film.
Oh my god. I know that it's not Bill Murray, but Robin Williams in absolutely anything with Simon Pegg. Even that has more story than this film. Yeah. And it's not a very good film.
No, it's a film that doesn't know its audience. It doesn't know whether it's
so weird. That was,
or adult.
It's so like, it's not even like a Cat in the Hat one, like Cat in the Hat where they have all like, the adult jokes and stuff. Yeah. It's, if you're an adult, you'll know this joke, like the dirty hoe joke and stuff. It's not like that. They have a mixture. I mean, for Christ's sake, they have the Monty Python cast, the surviving cast,
poor guy,
as the aliens. Like, what were they doing? Like, what kid is going to go and see that movie and know the Monty Python lot unless their parents are like fans? I don't know. Like this film. A warm, funny, bittersweet film that never condenses to her for a laugh and has got a lot more going on than just pretty pictures. I don't know, though. Apart Arise. I don't know why everyone's praising the fact that they're lonely.
It does seem that very, very much.
I get they're lonely.
Sort of film.
I get they're lonely. I still don't care. Sorry. But you've given me no reason to care for their loneliness.
No, I mean, the characters are likeable enough, but it's just we're not given enough to actually sympathise with them.
The where's Lost in Translation? Just if I search film, it'll come up. An American actor, Bob, lands in Tokyo for an ad film and ends up meeting Charlotte, who's left behind by her photographer husband. Gradually, the two discover a friend with each other. The key word in that is friend.
Yeah, it's not romance.
It felt off when they kiss and all that.
Yeah, it's tacked on.
I don't know, like...
You know, I mean, Bill Murray has said that the kiss itself was improvised.
Yeah, but it looked. I hope it was improvised by Johansson. Otherwise, that's a bit weird. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, him kissing a 17-year-old just. But the tagline for this one is it tagline? The one that's on the poster.
Yeah, tagline.
Yeah, everyone wants to be found. Everyone wants to be found. That tells me absolutely nothing about this film after watching it.
No, because as I said, everything happens by chance here.
Like, yeah. The 7 best taglines, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be some recognised ones, hopefully.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
Alien.
One man struggled to take it easy.
Don't know that one.
Ferris Bueller.
Of course.
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
You'll never go in the water again.
Jaws.
Yep. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I want to say something like Poltergeist.
No, it's The Fly.
Ah.
Oh my god. No way, it's come back. Oh no, that is fantastic. That is 2 weeks in a row we've done it. Alright, we've peaked. Escape or die frying.
Go on.
It's Chicken Run.
Yes, here we go.
That is a hell of a tagline. Come on, like.
Oh. Everything comes back to Chicken Run. That's
what a pun as well.
It's the centre of cinema.
And right, Chicken Run, a family comedy, you know, and then The Big Lebowski, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing film.
Oh, it's iconic. Yeah.
Her life was in their hands. Now her toe is in the mail. That describes the film, I think. Just that tagline describes the entire film.
Yeah, no, it's the entire plot. Yeah.
That's literally what the film is like. Like, how can
everyone wants to be found could be tacked on any film.
And everyone wants to be found. Finding Nemo. But that'd actually be a better tagline, wouldn't it? Like,
yeah.
12 angry men, right? Life is in their hands. Death is on their minds. Like that, you know. The Magnificent Seven, the original.
Yeah.
They were 7 and they fought like 700. That's a hell of one. The happiest sound in all the world. Do you know what that's from?
No idea.
The Sound of Music. And that film is very happy.
It is.
And it has sound in it.
Well, you'd hope so.
Yes. On every street in every city in this country, there's nobody who dreams of being a somebody. Oh, there is a nobody who dreams of being a somebody.
No idea.
Well, yeah, just imagine Joker, but without the Joker bit. It's called Taxi Driver.
Of course. Yeah, De Niro.
Like, these just... I know that I'm looking at like the best ones, you know.
Yeah.
But
they
come on,
sum up the plots.
But you know, for Harry and Lloyd, every day is a no-brainer.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, See, if you can tell that, right? Right, right, this is a film. These are two films here, right, that I've mentioned earlier, from the brother of the director of Ghost. Do you know what that is?
Oh god. No, you have to hit me.
It's Naked Gun 33 and a third. So the third one.
Yeah.
And then if you only see one movie this year, you need to get out more often.
Airplane?
No, Naked Gun. That is an amazing tagline.
Oh, I love it. I mean, it's funny.
Yeah, if you're doing a spoof, you might as well spoof the tagline.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it was a spoof firing on all cylinders.
On the air and unaware.
Truman Show.
Yeah, see that, these are comedy ones, right? These are comedy ones. And these just if these are, if these are comedies, why is Lost in Translations, which is a comedy / drama or whatever it is, why is that such a weird tagline and not funny? Or why does nothing about the film jump at me as funny?
Yeah, it's really more drama.
It is
dramedy.
It shouldn't. The comedy should not be in any discussion of this film.
No,
it's because to call it a comedy, it's like calling any film that has a joke in it comedy. People make jokes, all right?
Yeah,
people make jokes. It's a natural thing. If I write a film and it has 5 jokes in it, that doesn't make it a comedy.
No,
it just doesn't. If I make a horror movie and there's 10 jokes in the film that are told by characters or something, it's something happens funny, that's not a comedy. It's a horror movie. Now, if it's half the film is jokes, then it's a horror comedy.
Yeah, of course.
But to call this film a comedy, it's just, I don't know,
I mean, the more we talk about it, the more we realise we just don't like this. We just don't like this film.
No, but it's just so. And usually I'd try and say something I'm trying to like it, but I just don't really care to. With this one,
yeah, I myself tried whilst watching it.
I was so distracted from this film, I could not focus on it. Right, there we go. Right, these are some that are more similar to this. For anyone who ever wished upon a star.
Tooth Fairy?
No, Pinocchio. Right. So, then, okay, that's an ad. Midnight never strikes when you're in love.
Moonstruck?
No, it's Cinderella.
Ah.
We scare because we care.
Oh, that's Monsters, Inc.
Yeah, just these taglines. I think the greatest tagline that is just not a tagline really. With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
That's not. It's just it's not a tagline. No. It's just a line that they've just put as the tagline. Yeah,
I think the best sort of taglines. I mean, that's certainly one of them. It's one that really it's either a quote from the film, or it's a spin on a quote.
So that's perfect timing. Why so serious?
I mean, it's got to be Dark Knight.
Yeah. But then you get you'll believe a man can fly.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows that that's Superman.
Yeah, because obviously the effects, people were whoa, that's really good.
Oh yeah, I mean they were groundbreaking at the time.
The mission is a man. It's short. It's simple. I can't really say much about it. Like, it's okay, but
Yeah.
this film definitely could have a better one. Saving Private Ryan.
Oh my word, really?
Yeah, that's not a good tagline for that film, is it?
No.
Like, it's not wrong.
Let's put it in. Well, you know what? We could put that, like, swap Lost in Translation and Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan, everyone wants to be found.
Oh my god, no.
See, I've fixed it. Done it.
Oh my god, no. No. No, you're having a fucking laugh, aren't you?
Oh no.
On this list, on Studio Binder, the best movie taglines, right? After we have The Social Network and Zodiac, right? So I'm just going to read. So we have Zodiac. There's more than one way to lose your life to a serial killer.
Oh.
Now, I'm assuming you've seen Zodiac. It's an incredible film.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my god.
I love anything to do with David Fincher.
I think it's on Amazon.
Okay.
I think.
Out, yeah.
I think it was or something. But yeah, you need to watch that film like this week. It's amazing. But so that, right, obviously you don't know kind of shit, but that fits the film and it relates to the film. Then we have Lost in Translation. Yeah. But it's about the people's obsession with it. And how they lose their lives. Essentially, because of the obsession with the serial killer. Obviously that's a very broad explanation of it. But that's what it is.
The older, the better.
Yeah.
Really.
But then we have Lost in Translation. Everyone wants to be found. Now, let me just put this dark joke in here. That can be the tagline when they have a Madeleine McCann movie.
Oh, wow. Wow, I did not see that coming.
I did say it's a dark joke. But you get what I mean. Like, come on, Finding Nemo. Everyone wants to be found.
Yeah.
You change that to Every Fish Wants to be Found. Like...
And I think Finding Nemo was released a year after.
It just...
Lost in Translation.
Memento. Some memories are best forgotten. Good title. Not good title. I mean, good tagline. Yeah. So, I just don't...
Yeah.
Close Encounters. We're Not Alone. Like, maybe... Yeah, the last man on Earth is not alone. You've probably seen this film.
Possibly. Go on, throw it at me.
I Am Legend.
I have not yet.
Oh.
I know.
All right, well, you've seen this one then. Reality is a thing of the past.
I'm drawing a blank here.
The Matrix.
Ah, yes. Keanu Reeves.
Which I have not seen.
Oh, it's a classic. I mean, Church Keanu Reeves.
But
that's where it all started.
For free men, the Civil War wasn't hell. It was practice.
Oh, Apocalypse Now?
No, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly.
You see, that sounds like a war film.
Yeah, it does. And it gives you the feel like whatever, even though it's only 3 people, it gives you the feel like, the thing that's happening between them is like on the scale higher than the Civil War. Same make, same model, new mission.
Something to do with robots?
Yeah, Terminator 2.
Ah.
But, alright, there we go. Alright. 10 worst taglines. Okay. Okay, that is terrible. By sword, by pick, by axe, bye bye.
Oh no! Go on, tell me. This is gonna be awful.
The Mutilator. That sounds like a shit film anyway.
It does, yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great trilogies come in threes.
Star Wars?
No, with Star Wars. Star Wars 3 just has great trilogies coming in threes. That's Scary Movie 3.
And that was not a good film.
I haven't seen it. None of those films interest me because I remember watching like one of those ones because it's like there was a ton of them, weren't there?
Yeah.
Like action movie or something like that, but they were really badly done. Oh my god. Is this an actual, like, you know the tagline you said for Chicken Run 2 last week?
Oh, this time it's personal.
Yeah. Did you actually get that off of the real film?
No, I actually just made it up on the spot.
Oh my god. Jaws, The Revenge. This time, it's personal.
Oh my word, yes. Oh, that is brilliant. Oh.
That's so bad.
Yeah. I mean, the Jaws sequels are bad enough.
Take the stairs, for God's sake, take the stairs.
Stairmaster.
No, it's the Lift movie.
Oh no.
Oh no. No, that is the worst one of all time, right? There is one that has about sex changing and stuff, but I'm not going to say that one because it's a bit of shit, yeah. But the most amazing motion picture of our time.
Avatar? Even though it's not.
I Was a Teenage Werewolf.
Oh, I think I've seen that one. And, oof.
I haven't.
It's awful. It's just bad.
No. Charlie St. Cloud. Life is for Living. That's a...
Cloud, the movie?
I don't know, Charlie St. Cloud. Just...
Mm.
I'm sorry, but this is the greatest tagline of all time. How is this number one on their worst list? All right. So it's from a movie called Day of the Dolphin. Right, have you heard of it?
I mean, I've heard of Free Willy.
No, this is something different. This is something amazing. I want to watch this film. If it's on Amazon, I'm watching this. Unwittingly, he trained a dolphin to kill the President of the United States.
That sounds like a Rick and Morty episode.
That sounds like the greatest, like, spoof film ever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know whether... Obviously, if it's on this list, it must have been, like, serious. Or maybe these people are misinterpreting it. Right, and... But how can you say that the Lost in Translation one is a good... How can you say it's a good one? Because it's not. It's really not. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with the film.
I'm trying to think of a better tagline for it.
Sometimes people do things.
That's it.
That's it.
That's Lost in Translation. I mean, I think the plot itself was lost in translation somewhere.
Great things come in bears.
Yogi Bear?
Yep.
Oh my word.
Yikes. Alright, this is not a bad one. This is a meme one. Like, this is a comedy movie. They've gone comedy. You Can't Handle the Tooth.
I'm saying Tooth Fairy.
Yeah. Like, it's a comedy. So they've gone the comedy route. Ooh. What the hell? Okay, I don't know what to say about that one. No, this is quite a good one, right? Science created him. Now Chuck Norris must destroy him.
Oh, I actually haven't seen any Chuck Norris films, so
Neither have I.
probably.
Silent Rage.
Oh, okay.
Okay then. Oh my! A film with Colin Farrell in it. The truth is not what you know; it's what you believe.
In Roots.
On I don't know. Yeah, these aren't good. I thought that this one's bad. But this is like even worse. And it's just shocking. This Christmas, heal the love.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston in Marley and Me.
Oh no. No. It's got nothing to do with dogs.
No, it's not. That's like, but
and the dog is what draws people to that film.
Okay, actually, I think the Dolphin Day or whatever it was one comes.
Day of the Dolphins.
Day of the Dolphins. That probably comes in joint with Jaws: The Revenge. It just does.
I'd say so.
This time it's personal. It's like these. Yeah. It's so like. Oh, these are so bad, aren't they?
Yeah,
I'm just reading.
Incredibly difficult to get right, I think.
But even these, I mean, come on, like it's not like they tried.
Are they trying?
Like, come on, man, come on.
I think I found another tagline for Lost in Translation. So,
oh wow!
Turns out there was a alternate one. Sometimes you have to go halfway around the world to come full circle.
I swear I've heard that for another film or something.
You might have done. I don't know.
Maybe they reused. Maybe someone else used it, but that's still not much better, is it?
No.
Like, so just, and the funny thing is, it's not just the tagline. It's the fact that the film is like. It sounds like the person who wrote it was just like, fuck it, I'll just write something down because I don't know what to say about this.
It's just like, where are these characters going next?
Yeah, but I feel like this film could have been okay had it been shorter. Not shorter, but had we done it where we start off, we meet the people, blah, 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 blah. You know, get to the end of the film, he leaves, goes home, and then, so we're about 45 minutes into the film now, to an hour, right? And he goes home. Okay? Right? Okay. And we follow him home, and we follow her in Japan still. And we see them dealing with their situations. And then,
And then all of a sudden they miss each other.
Something happens where we get a resolution to their story. Because we don't get one.
No.
It's a bit of a mess of a film. Like, it's not a mess, like, editorially or whatever you'd say, but it is a mess just, like, generally. Structurally, yeah. But I think we've reached we've actually we've gone on longer than I thought we would have. Yeah, so wow. Have you got anything else you'd like to add?
Not really, no. I mean, do the
the ratings. Yeah, the ratings.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go first?
Yeah, so in terms of this one, I want to say 5 out of 10. It's my lowest yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying, or like I'm going to say higher than that, but I think I'd have to say like 3 or 2 or like something like that, because it's a viable film. It's I don't know. It's a film. It's not for me though, is it? It's clearly a lot of people love this film, and it just seems me and you aren't in that majority or minority. Maybe it's a vocal minority. Who knows? But I just,
yeah,
I don't know.
I was being generous, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I want to give it a chance. I really do, because, you know, I mean, both of these actors are absolutely, you know, like they had a lot of potential here.
Well, if anything, it did a good thing with having Scarlett Johansson, because it kind of like shot her career a bit better.
Definitely, yeah.
And that's the only thing I can really kind of credit this film to and say that's a good thing, because, you know, it's like she was 17 at the time, and she was apparently playing like, I think, a 22-year-old,
something like that. Yeah, still very young,
which makes it even more weird that they're married. You know, like, because there's no like chemistry.
Yeah.
I think that's actually one of the things. There's not a lot of chemistry in this film. You don't feel like, oh, they need to be together or something, and I think that's the downfall, yeah. But as we are coming up to an hour and something minutes, like 10 minutes, we're going to wrap this episode up. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please go and check out the episodes of Today in Gaming and Today in Film. And subscribe and like and share if you enjoy it and everything. And just do it.
And if you have a different opinion on this film, then
please comment.
By all means.
Or even message us on the page on Instagram, Today in Film Podcast. Yeah, that'll be it, folks.
That's it.
See you next week when we're going to be discussing Garfield.
Let's do it.
Garfield. See ya.